Good afternoon, morning. It's afternoon. Yes, I'm on my way to my mom's house soon. What was that? Need to invite people. Oh, I don't know. It's giving me new notifications. I had uninstalled and reinstalled my Facebook, and so it's telling me stuff that I never saw before. So I'm going to get my face ready for makeup application. I'm in a really good mood today. It's beautiful out. We're still holding on to summer, kinda. This would definitely be considered winter or spring weather in Florida. It says, good morning, Mom, or afternoon, Mom. I'll be seeing you soon. I am going to do a super fresh look. I got inspired the other day, and I didn't act on it, and I saw my girl, Michelle. She did a pink look, and I was like, you think the same way. And so I didn't wear makeup for a couple of days. It just nourished my skin. And today I'm going to do it. So for those of you that are hopping on that don't know who the heck I am Tara Woodruff, and I am the Beauty Uplifter. I focus on teaching people 40 and up about makeup application and skincare when it comes to these videos, and just, being really super happy and all that fun stuff. This video, though, is for all ages. You don't have to be over 40 to learn and to apply certain things to your beauty regimen. I also am a firm believer in using makeup to accentuate and highlight your positives and help you express what's happening inside on the outside rather than covering what's inside with what you do on the outside. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of have a holistic approach to beauty when it comes to that. I don't want to encourage people to disguise themselves. I want to encourage people to really connect with the goodness that's going on and allow it to show through their face. Now, I don't wear makeup every day, just so you know, especially in the summertime. I just don't every day. However, I really love to put it on, and I found the perfect makeup line for every skin type and age and texture, and I'm super excited about it, so I like to go live demonstrating that. So I'm going to start with my face makeup. I'm going to pull out my awesome brushes that I use, and I'm going to begin on that. I want to make sure I have them all. I do. And I've got my beauty blender all prepped, which is amazing because oftentimes I don't remember to do that. And today's look, I want to focus on being super pinky. I want to be pinky. So I've got some of my daughters here that is kind of pinky. I'm thinking I might not need to use hers for that. Let me kind of poke around here a minute. Maybe I should have had this done already, but I did not. That's an empty one. I do have one like with excess. Gosh, who knows where it is. So how's everybody's Monday going? Today is a really good day to focus on your goals for the week, and that's why I figured a fresh face would be awesome. I'm not talking about, the big goals. Those, I hope you have them, and I hope you keep them in front of you and keep yourself in attune and alignment with those things. But the weekly goal should be focused more on your activity, what you can do to promote. Hello, Kelly Bennett. To promote your steps to reaching those giant goals. Okay, so depends on what you're doing. I have a bunch of stuff on my plate, so I have all sorts of action goals that I need to keep track of, and it really helps a lot to write them down and keep track of them so that I get the things I need to get done without feeling overwhelmed. Because you know what? Busy people feel overwhelmed like crazy. Hello, Jennifer Marcello. JJ! I can't wait to see the place, so definitely hook me up with a walkthrough, even if you don't post it on social media. Post it in a video to me, because I can't wait to see it. And so today I'm focusing on Super Fresh, and I'm going to give a lot of tips on how over 40 should be handling their makeup, and also telling you what people that are younger can do to achieve the same kind of look. So I'm going to start with my contour, and I am going to pick a different contour than normal. I usually use Indigo, which is a super dark contour, because I really, really, really like to see my contour. So I am going to select Ash. Okay, this was the original color match for me, and since I'm going for a super bright-faced, I don't necessarily need a darker contour like I normally use, so I'm going to go for Ash, And I'll show you. Let me show you what I normally use, okay? I've got my contours down here. This is the one I use. It's very dark. This is the one I'm going to use, which is not as dark, and that's called Ash. And I have a giant thing here. Not everybody's got that because, you know, you don't need to have everything unless you're meeting people and doing color matches. But I'm going to use this brush. It's got a contouring, and I like both sides for contouring because I contour a lot. So let me go ahead and get started with the contour. Now I'm hoping that you can see me. Let me see if I can angle you a little better. I'm going to start with my cheek, and the goal here is to go here. I have a very round face. I want to elongate my face and thin it out, so I am going to go in a straight line from here to here, from my hair to about the middle here. If I had a thin face and wanted to round it out, I would add a little bit of a hook here to accentuate that apple, but as you can see, I got apple all day. I don't need to worry about that. So here I go. I'm going to tap in. Now, women over 40, you want to tap, okay? If you're younger, you can swipe. Although, I suggest that you get in the habit of tapping now. Your makeup application is going to look better, and you're not going to be pulling on your skin too much. And you can see this is a much lighter, if you've watched any other of my videos, a much lighter contour than I'm normally using. And I want to make it right underneath the cheekbone, not on it. And the reason for that is I want to give myself a little facelift, because you got to have a little facelift. And here I go. I've got the electrician here, so you might hear him talking. He's talking business. Now for 40 plus skin, especially if you have some skin that's getting soft, even if you're skinny, you might have skin getting soft in this area over 40. I actually am not skinny, so I have a couple of different things going on. I got a double chin, and I got this stuff coming down. So what I want to do is I want to contour where my 20-year-old chin is. Okay, that's what I want to do for the chin. I'm having a difficult time because it is such a light contour, but I'll get over it because it's still doing the job. So what I'm doing is I'm coming from right underneath the ear where I can feel my jaw. Hello, Eileen Marie. And I'm coming right to the chinny chin chin. I don't disguise much of that because I kind of like my pointy chin. I don't know what shape my face is, but right now I call it round. But I don't know if that's the truth. And then with the double chin here, I'm going to look at what I'm looking to diminish. So contour brings shadows up things, and the highlight brings things forward. So you would never put a highlight under here. That's the problem with liquid foundations, is you're putting that light color all over, and then you're trying to chase around with a bronzer or something like that. This, you use two colors, and you kind of weave them together, and it makes life happy time. And so what I'm saying here is I want to disguise that. So I'm going to go down here. And I don't want, so I'm going right under my chin. It's going to be super light contour for me. Super light for me. I prefer a darker contour, but I want to do it this way today just because. And you can already see it's diminishing, even though it's a much lighter contour than I prefer. And I'm going to pretty much cover the entire area I want to diminish. Another thing I want to diminish is here. You see this? I'm going to diminish right there too, so that it cuts in a little bit more and it doesn't give me that big giant Sasquatch neck or no neck appearance that happens when you're overweight or older. And that's already helping. Now, another place I find right now, in the past couple of makeup applications, I want to contour right here next to my ear to thin out this side. You see how that's working already? It's pretty awesome. Now, if I was doing this by myself and not doing a live video, I could have this makeup done 5 to 10 minutes, super fast and super efficient. I love that. And then, my forehead, the rule on your forehead, I have a pretty big forehead. 3 fingers. If your hairline touches your third finger, you don't really need to contour there. You might want to dust a little right on the hairline, but you don't really need to. But I do. I certainly do. And because of my age group, I'm going to go up and down in lines instead of swatching across. Okay, if you're young, you can get away with putting a lot of pressure on this area for a long time in your life. I put it on my temples, and I just go down. The purpose of that is to give myself a little bit of an illusion of facelift, okay? So I've got a super light contour going on. I hope you are seeing it. I have a hard time seeing it, so I'm like, I'm going to go in with this. I'm going to contour my nose and my eyeballs. Another thing is, women over 40 tend to get more hooding in their eyes. You might not. Some people don't have that experience, but I have a hooded eye. And I love the big almond eye that you could put all sorts of makeup on, but I'm getting better at doing those things by using the contouring on my eyelids, which is pretty amazing. So I'm going to go in with this side. I'm going to brush that right in there. And you see where that natural shadow is? I'm going to contour that. I'm going to bring it out a little bit. I'm going to do it on both sides. And I'm going to bring it out to that hooded part a little bit. It's super light. Even when I use the dark one, it comes out pretty light. And then I'm going to come down here. I don't have to do a lot of correction on my nose, or I don't feel like I do. So if you have a wider nose, you're trying to make it look thinner, you would have the contour really super close and leave just a little line. If you have a super skinny nose and want to widen it a little bit, you could go where I'm going or even a little bit wider. Okay? And I always do the tip. And then I come down on this side. Hi, Sue Kelly. I'm doing a super fresh, beautiful look. So it's just a little contour there. Another thing I like to accentuate, I have a huge upper lip without any lip attached to it. So I'm going to use the contour to help me kind of disguise that huge upper lip. And I'm going to put a little contour right there on my face, right below my nose, where my cupid is. Okay? I'm also going to take a little to the mustache area. Don't worry, all this will get blended in. And it's going to help bring out that lip later on. Right now it's going to look kind of silly. And then going under like that. And then I like to accentuate my chin. So I put a deeper shadow there, so it's more chin. And so now I've got my contour on. Can you see what I've done? Does it make a little bit of sense? I still feel like that's too fat looking. Nope, I got it. Next, I'm going to go into my highlight color. Now, a lot of people use 2 highlights. I use 1. I don't feel like I need to use 2. I've got it so narrowed down that even in my summer face is the same that I'm using in my spring face. We'll see what happens this winter and later fall when I get super white. But I'll be going to Florida here in the end of September to just before my birthday in October. And I plan on being savage tan way into Christmas. So we'll see what happens. I'm going to switch brushes now. I use this brush for my highlight. Okay, and this is like more of a big painter brush. Hello, Sarah. I saw you giving me love. And I go into, as you'll see, I got a text message. So right here is the one that I like, apparently, as you can see. And that one is called Amber. There's Wheat, there's Aura, there's Papaya, there's June, there's Moonlit for people that are super, super light. I like Amber. That seems to be what's going on for me. I might go to Wheat or Aura in the deep winter when I'm super, super pale. But this looks good. So I tap it in. And what I want to focus on, this is the thing, you want to make sure you're tapping, especially, I'm going to start with my triangle of light, okay? And you want to go all the way in, down, and up. The thing is, if you're 20-something, you might paint that on. Me? Do not paint that on. Makeup is always going to accentuate the wrinkles that you have. The purpose of makeup is to give you a more clean palette so you look fresher. So I don't get too hung up about seeing the wrinkles because that's what it is. I haven't got Botox. I haven't done a facelift, so that's what it is, right? the thing is, I don't want to make new wrinkles by using a brushing action, so I'm going to do the stipple action. And I'm going to go ahead right here, and I'm going to go in right under my eye, and I'm going to pat. I'm not going to stop there because it will make it crazy. I'm going to go down here and go there. Now, if I wanted extra coverage of this little redness that I have there, I could go in with something a little lighter and give it a little extra, but I'm not going to bother with that today because I want to do a really natural look. I don't mind if you see some of my skin through it. I just want to clean it up, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So I'm going to do the same over here, and I'm going to come just like that. In and out in a stippling action down to the triangle. I'm not going to get too hung up about that because I can always go back with some contour. And that's extreme. Don't worry. I'm probably using too much makeup here. But don't worry. I got a beauty blender and I do 2-blend technique. That really helps me get a super flawless look. And this also helps so that you can see what's going on. Now here, I want to go up to where I went ahead and contoured. Some people, it's really good to do like a tree. I just do like a half moon. I really want to bring that face in tighter. So I'm going to come in like this, and I'm only going to go to about there. You see that? That's all I'm going to do, right to about there. And then I'm going to brush it down lightly, down the center of my nose. And so now I've got that space going on. I'm also going to use it right on my eyelid. I didn't even redip. I don't need to redip, but this will help my application. And now I am starting to weave the contour and the highlight on that area. Next space that I want to go is under my lip. So I'm going to go around right there. Oh, I'm like, which mirror should I look at? I'm looking at the camera. I'm looking at the mirror. Hey, Newman. And I want to go, I'm not going to go all the way back where I had contoured there. I'm going to come forward, give it some room, so I don't accidentally cover the contouring that I did there to thin my face up. I'm just tapping away. And then I'm going to tap on my chin right here. And that's going to be pretty much it. Let me see. Nope. So now you can definitely see the ash contour, right? You can definitely see the highlighting, so it's working. We can see what's going on. Like I said, if you have a thinner face, and that happens a lot with women over 40, they start losing fat in their face, and everything starts to kind of go down, you're going to want to give yourself a little hook here to give you some cheeks like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a matter of accentuating what you got, improving a little bit of what you don't like, and being a natural beauty and having fun doing it. That's what it's all about. So now that I've got that going on, I'm going to do my first blending. I'm going to take, this is a moistened beauty blender. I run it of water until it gets super fat, and then I squeeze it, and then I take it and put it in a towel and squeeze it one more time, and it's got the right amount of everything in it. I'm going to start up here, and I'm going to tap. I don't need to brush, because then I will pull makeup off. Now, what this is doing is going to take away a lot of the makeup that I over-applied, and I tend to over-apply with the highlight rather than the contour, because the contour, I use a darker one, I don't feel like I have to put more on, so I'm going to go easy in here. I'm not trying to create new wrinkles there. I'm not trying to do that. I'm going to go right over my eye. I keep going here. And blend it right into that contour. And it's amazing how this stuff just blends out and just looks like your skin. Perfected. It's stupid. I love it. So you see that pretty harsh line there where I put the highlight. I'm going to try and squish that line out without wiping it off. You don't need to wipe it off. The next blending thing I do, I'm not as gentle, and I'm not using this. I'm using a big, stiff brush that has super soft ends. And I have that. You could use this end for it, because you could use this for all of it. This particular one you could use for all of it. I could blend out with that, but I have one that I got on sale at Sally's that I really love, and I'm not going to stop using it. until it goes bad. And it does exactly that. We may even have brushes that have that type of end that's bigger. We will find out. So I want to make sure I'm blending here too, because I put all that contour on my neck. I don't want it to look really crazy. And I feel pretty good about that. If you wear glasses, this is the time to double check in the mirror some things that you might want to go back over later. My next step here, excuse me, I got a little cold, but it only lasted yesterday. Like, I have no fever today. I want to go with a pinkish blush. Now, you could use these blushes as they're blush and lip colors, which is really great. I don't use a lot of lip color, so this one is called, come on, oh, I just wiped the name off of it. Let's see. Sometimes you can read it on the back. Gosh. Summer Love. Hello. How did I not know that's my favorite? So I love that one. So what I'm going to use is a different brush here. This one. So I use this for two different things, but this is my blush side. And what I do, and I'm sure you ladies know how to do this, you smirk, that's how you apply it. That's how you know where to put it. If you have a thinner face, you're going to want to get right on that apple. Right there. I'm thinning my face, so I go right outside the apple. And I do like a curve, kind of like the SIO patches that I use sometimes. Do like a little curve right there. So I'm going to tap it in. Like I'm saying, if you wanted to fill your face out more, you'd get right on that apple. Okay? If you want to thin your face out, you're going to go right outside where the apple is. So I'm going to smirk. And I'm going to put it just like that. I should probably demonstrate a fuller face, because why not? I'll do that. I'm going to do that. Just not today. So my blush is going from here to here. If you have a thinner face you want to fill, you're going to want it on these cheeks. You want it right there. And it's it's very sweet. It's nothing crazy. I have another one nude that I love that's kind of like a mauve. But I'm going for pink today, so I went with that one. The next thing that I want to do is I'm going to go over to, let me open this up. I could use some bronzer, but I'm not going to. I'm going to use two different illuminators. I like illuminated face. You want to be careful as you get older. It depends on how subconscious you are about your wrinkles. If you are really conscious about them and they upset you and they make you upset, don't use a lot of illuminator. Just avoid it. I'm not scared of that. I like a really glowy face. So I'm going to use two. Number one is Pearl, and then the other one is Photoshop. And that's kind of a rose photo-y shoppy thing. And I'll show you right now. So I'm going to use my finger for the Pearl. It's a creamy illuminator. Super light. I'm going to go right here. Maybe a little bit more. Right there. The tear duct section of my eyeball. Right on, right? I also am going to do it a little bit here, and I'm looking for the sun. I like to do my makeup in front of a window. And I'm going to tap it right where I put my blush, where the sun is hitting it. Right? Do it again on this side. This is also going to go on my Cupid's bow. Right there. Now my lips look a little bit fuller. And I'm also going to tap some on my chin right here, because I like to bring that out. I'm also going to bring it right down my nose. I'm already glowing, guys. You see this? I'm already beginning to glow. Some people like to wear it, but I use two. I use a powder, so that I'm going to just let sit there for a second, and then I'm going to find the brush that I use for illuminator. Now I'm going to use this end of this. And I'm just going to put the big fluffy end in the illuminator called Photoshop. See that? And I'm going to tap it right over where I put the other one and another spot. And now I feel super glowy. Okay? Super glowy and pink. I'm just tapping. Not getting too crazy. But I love that glow. Okay? Now I've got to blend. Now I need to look at my face with my glasses on. Thank you, Stephanie. And I'm going to look in the mirror because I can't really see. Like, when I watch my videos, I'm like, geez, you've got the best skin. It's not that great. The lighting's good. I'm not even using a ring light. I just have the natural lighting. But I'm looking to see where it's overdone or where maybe the illuminator has some sort of line. And I really want to take care of that because even though I know that people know I've illuminated my skin and I'm not in some sort of delusion about, you know, this is what I really look like. No, no indeed. But I want to. Get in there and kind of move it around. I'm going to look again. Did you see? I was a bit harder. Where I've got to be careful, it's around my lips. I find that I forget to blend that. I can also see where I want more illuminator, and I want it on my nose. And I can also see where I maybe need to blend out a little better. Right there. Because I don't want to draw a lot of attention to that line, right? I just want to have a glowy face. So I've achieved glowy face. Next step is to move on to the eyeballs. The eyeballs. I actually will do a little bit of... before we move on to eyeballs, I am going to do a little bit of bronzer. And I'll show you how I bronze. I circle, circle, circle. In the same one I just used for that. And I do a 3. Right where I contoured, you see that? And I just go like that. And that helps with illuminating. Hey, Chelsea Renee Baker, what's up? So now I'm going to continue on. I'm going to use my daughter's makeup and mine. And let's see what I got here. I want to make sure my daughter uses the same makeup as me, so I'm often in her palette. She's got this really cool brown. I have a really cool brown. Hello, Addison. You going to come say hello to the people? Poor dog's getting old. I had to pick her up in the dark to put her on the bed last night because she was too embarrassed to jump on the bed, or for me to help her when the lights are still on. She was not into that. Just want to see what I got going on here. I want to make sure I'm using the right colors. Okay, I'm going to use... No, I'm not. I lied you big time. So this is really hard to see, but there's this color here, right there. It's called Basic, and it's a beautiful brown. I'm going to be using that. Let me shut it so I don't spill everything. And in my own, I have a bunch of eyeshadows here. I'm going to do a couple of different eyeshadows. I am going to use this here. That's a cream brown called Arabian Nights. I'm going to use this one. And what the heck is that called? Twanda. Love it. I love pink and brown. And I'm going to use a little bit of this guy here, which is called Mihiha. And I'm going to use that. And that's how I'm going to put together my face. Okay? Now, I need to pull out my eyeshadow stuff. I have eyeshadow brushes. And get myself rocking and rolling here. This is the Blend and Tap. I love this brush. It's a new one in my collection. And I've got the Eyeshadow Everything brush, which has a pointier edge. And a floofy, which we're going to use a lot of floofy. And I'm going to use this angled cheapie that I have, because I have yet to finish my collection of these brushes. And what I'm going to do to make this lovely is I am going to start with my daughter's Basic, and I'm going to put that all over my lid. Then I'm going to use the fluffy end of the Eyeshadow Everything brush, which is this. I'm going to make sure I don't have any leftover from last time, because it's a different look. And I'm going to get in there. See if you can see it. You see this? It's a pretty brown. And I'm going to go ahead and put it all over my eye. You could stop here with this color. This color could be all by itself every day. Just saying. I really love it. Not that I haven't gotten into I don't have all the eyeshadows, but this is probably my favorite one. Is the Basic. I just think it's absolutely beautiful. And it also helps you, if you go crazy, you want to experiment with colors, you're like, "Ugh," and you don't want to wipe it off, you just want to tone it down. put that all over it and it tones it down. It's fabulous. I want to go in with, now I want to go into the Arabian Nights, the brown cream. I'm still experimenting with how to apply it. So what I'm thinking I shall do here is take the rounded edge of my blend and tap. That one's kind of more flat. This one's more roundy. Make sure I don't have any color left. Use a little stay spray on the brush. I'm running out. Hello, Jennifer. Hello, Terry. And I'm going to go into the Arabian Nights. I'm hoping I'm getting some color on here. Looks like it. And so, for my eye shape, I want to be careful that I don't go past my eyebrow. Okay, so all of my creasing has to start here. And I'm just going back to where I contoured with this cream eyeshadow. I'm going to bring it down. And do you see what's happened? Going like that, going like this. And it's just making it a little bit darker. This is the way to put it on for now. I've been struggling with it. I've been using my fingertips. I'm like, I really like that. And I've always used cream. And you see how you can kind of see my hood? I want to go a little higher. My highlight on my eye will be super thin so that it doesn't really put a lot of lightness in there. So I went a little higher. Do you see what I've done? I hope you can see it. I'm kind of pushed back. I'm going to follow that contour that I did before. Come down. I'm going to make sure I'm not going past that because that'll weigh my face down. Now, if you're younger, you could do really dramatic eye looks with the eyeshadow going further out. You can. When you're older, you need to keep that stuff straight. You know, you could use a card. I'm getting good at just spotting where it is and being pretty good about that. So I'm tapping it in. I want to do my best to match both eyes. With eyebrows, it's about sisters. With eyeballs, it's about twins. So you want to try and get the twinning going on. I need to go deeper with that. There we go. I'm getting there. I feel like that one's a little bit darker. I'm going to try some more setting spray. Me and my silly hand. Go ahead and get it in there. And get a little darker here. Yep, that's what I needed. So there I go, right? There I go. Next step I want to do is I'm going to use the buffier side, and I'm going to go into that red, the Mihija, which is kind of more of a fuchsia, and I'm going to tap it off my brush, and I'm going to go in from the middle of where my pupil is, out and up, just like that. Kind of want to create just a little something something there. Do you see that? Don't worry, it's all getting blended. But I want to go from the middle of the pupil. I'm going to widen my eyes out quite a bit. You'll see what I'm doing. This might not be the smartest way to do my eye shape, but I kind of like the way it looks. And so there we go. There's the beginning of that. Next I want to tap that off. And I want to throw that brush right on the ground. And I'm going to go in with setting spray on that fluffy edge of the brush. And I'm going to go into the Twanda, which is the pinky with the glittery stuff. And I'm going to rub it into that brush. I should be seeing it a little bit better. And I'm coming inside. I'm working myself towards the inside. And I can go up a little bit with it. And it's kind of bringing it all together. See that? So I'm going to start right there and then work my way in. And I'm brushing. You could, depends on what you're feeling. Going a little bit up into that brown that I put, the Arabian Nights. And I'm having fun. The next thing I want to do here is I want to even lighten that up a little bit, and I have what's called Unicorn, and it's a super white, and I'm going to use my finger for this, okay? And I'm going to rub it in there, and I'm going to put it right where my eyeball is, kind of connecting. Hello, Stacy Hall. What's happening, woman? I'm kind of connecting the Mihiha and the Twanda to open my eye up a bit here. And I'm just putting it where my iris is, my eye color is, to open it up. Now, some people like to put a lot of light there. My inner eyes don't like a lot of powder, so that's why I use my illuminator in the inner eyes. And I'm not giving you guys the finger. I'm just using this finger because that's the one I want to use. Not because I'm feeling spicy. It's not about spicy. So you can see what's happening. Now I'm going to blend it. I think I actually should use some eyeliner. And I'm going to use one of my cheapy angled brushes. And I'm going to use it in the... No, I'm not. No, sir. It said no way. I don't want a purple eyeliner. Let's see. I used it for purple last time. Let me use the... It might be a little purpley. It's okay. I'm just going to push this right into my lash line. I'm not going onto my tear line. I'm not interested in that. Like I said, I want a super fresh look. I don't want to be dramatic too much. And I'm just kind of, because I have smaller eyes, I don't go all the way in. I stop right there. Right there. And that's what's up. I might even want to mirror a little bit with the Twanda without any Stay Spray on it. Because like I said, I'm going for a pink look. And I can just mirror it a little bit. Do you see that? It's so pretty. Oh my god. How much fun. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited that I decided to do eyeliner today. I'm going to go back to this side. And that side still has some basic on it, right? And I'm going to blend this all out. I'm just going... It's helpful to make sound effects when you're applying makeup because it goes on so much better and stays on longer. See the difference? Like, I could leave it more like that for more drama. This is just sweet sauce. Feeling snazzy. Feeling snazzy. I'm going to go back with Unicorn with this tip, which is that super white. I'm just going to, if you have hooded eyes, don't go in here with your highlight. Just right on the outside. Right underneath. And I haven't done my eyebrows. You could do your eyebrows and make it even better. But I just go right there on the edges. And I might go in here on the top of it, just for fun. Ta-da! Voila! I'm excited. I got a nice little look going on today. I'm going to put some mascara on. I'm going to put the brushes away before I lose them. And still got the electrician. Okay, okay. You see, thank you for sticking with me. I got quiet because I was trying to listen to the electrician. So Michelle's look was extra pink, and she's a much paler complexion than me, so her colors come out completely different. I didn't follow the colors that she used. I just used what I knew. But brown and pink will always give you a fresh look. It's always a natural look. no matter what your complexion is, whether you're super pale or super dark, okay? And I'm not going to re-dip, but I am going to tap on the bottom. I don't usually mascara the bottom, but it's almost like a look of innocence I'm going for, so you kind of need that dewy under eye. And ladies, I'm not innocent. I have nothing to do with innocence. Well, sometimes. I won't rob you, you know. I won't steal from you, so I'd be innocent on that end, but... So, here's what I got. I should have taken it before. I really should have. I'm going to go ahead and put some Stay Spray on my whole face. And let that sit around. I'm not going to use any setting powder or anything like that. This will do the job. And I feel really awesome. I hope you guys have a fantastic day. Oh, just so you know, before we go, just so you know, I am hosting an amazing makeup class doing 5-minute tutorials, skincare, brush care, all sorts of fun stuff from Wednesday to, I believe it's Friday, to the 31st inside of my friend JT's beautiful group called You Matter Women Over 50. So if you're interested in joining that group so you can be part of this makeup class and all the other good stuff, it's not all makeup in there. She goes through all sorts of amazing ideas and things that really are beneficial for women, especially over 50. Go ahead and shoot me a message, and I'll hook you up in there. And the class will start Wednesday, so you want to get with me so that you can get in there and get in part of that class and get some more awesome techniques and ideas, especially for aging skin. And say you don't want to do that and you just want to like maybe be part of my beauty group. Let me know, because I got Simple Easy Beauty. I actually tagged it in the description. Join Simple Easy Beauty and I'll keep you apprised of all the classes that I do wherever I do them and all that fun stuff. And I'll see you guys on the other side. Happy Monday. I hope you have a fabulous day. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. If you got some value from this, go ahead and share it. I'll see you on the other side. Peace.